Well, a fascinating true life story and an inspirational documentary are available for viewing this weekend. Here to review Blackberry and still a Michael J. Fox film is film critic Chuck Kaplinski. All right, Chuck, which one do you want to start with?
They're both good. Both good. It's been a good week. Let's start with Blackberry because this one really surprised me. I had no idea about the history of BlackBerry, the first of the smartphones, the one that paved the way for the Apple iPhone that most of us have, or the Android that's in your pocket. I had no idea all of the behind-the-scene machinations that went into the marketing, the making of this, and ultimately the failure of this. And there you see Jay Baruchel. He plays Mike Lazaridis, and he is the brains behind this operation. He has come up with, as he says, imagine having in your hand a computer and a fax machine, and that's how he first describes it to the people that they're looking for financing from. Among them, Jim Baleasley. And there you see Glenn Howerton as Jim. If you know, if you watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, that's where you know him, though you might not recognize him here with the bald cap and an attitude in which, on the movie poster, this character, they draw devil horns. And that is incredibly accurate because this man is to be reckoned with. Nothing is going to stand in his way of not only making BlackBerry a success, but of him taking it over. And that is where the problems begin because he starts poaching people from other places like Google, like Apple, and making them promises that he can't keep, all of which leads to one disaster after another. You can see that Mike Johnson, the director of this, directs this as kind of a documentary, a fly-on-the-wall type thing, which makes it more immediate. And as I say, this movie constantly surprised me because I had no idea everything that went behind all this. As far as, did you have BlackBerry?
No, my dad did.
Yeah, I loved it. I had one and I loved it. Then all of a sudden,
but it's so hard to type on.
No, but you got used to it. You got used to that keyboard with the raised keys. And I know I'm not the only one who missed it. And this just, again, proved fascinating as to why we don't have those anymore. I was fortunate enough, I was able to interview Jay Baruchel and Glenn Howerton, and I think we're going to air that interview tomorrow. So see this one out at the AMC. Really good film. Okay, definitely one to mark down for this weekend. Next, an interesting one. Still, documentary about Michael J. Fox. Directed by great documentary filmmaker Davis Guggenheim. This you can find on Apple TV starting tomorrow, and this is a film in which Fox really lays himself bare. Guggenheim does an interesting thing in that he combines archival footage from Family Ties, all of his movies, as well as modern footage to give us this story of this guy who is rising from nothing. We get all the background information about him. Didn't realize he was from Canada. Didn't realize all the struggles that he had in order to become successful. And then, of course, we know the story of what happened next. This film is so inspirational. There you see him there. He makes no bones about his condition. He does not hide anything in this film. And in the end, what it's really about is family and hope. We see his wife, Tracy Pollan, and his kids being so supportive, and they use humor throughout in order to deal with this awful thing that's happened to him. What's ironic is, and I didn't realize this, but everyone describes him as a man, even as a kid, always in motion. So for this to have happened to him, of course, is bitterly ironic, but very inspirational. Like I say, starting on Apple tomorrow. Okay. Two good ones. Two good ones this week. It seems compelling and engaging. Ones to watch, absolutely. Well, Chuck, thank you as always. Looking forward to tomorrow's interview during our show as well. And if you want to keep up with them, more reviews, witty banter, check out All the Real Talk with Chuck and Pam, their YouTube channel for video reviews and segments, or go to their website for links to their weekly podcast.